During war, we can see the problem where Forrest faced the misunderstanding and miscommunication from his friends. This is because his friends do not help Forrest to understand the instruction. They do not take seriously on Forrest's problem. Therefore, during the enemy attacks them, Forrest get confused because of two instructions, which is first is run and second is move. Based on the problem, the solution we can make is to develop training on communication skills and practice, where we can provide a teaching session on non-verbal cues such as hand signal, body language, and facial expressions, so that after Forrest include in these sessions and practice, maybe Forrest can understand what his members trying to say to him.
Forrest attends a Black Panther Party event with Jenny, unaware of the group's political agenda and historical context. He doesn't understand the significance of the Black Panther Party or why they are gathered. A Black Panther member speaks to Forrest aggressively. Forrest remains polite, but is visibly confused. Due to Forrest's lack of awareness, they can't communicate effectively, leading to misunderstanding. One of the solutions is Forrest needs a basic understanding of the Black Panther Party's significance. Jenny or other allies could provide him with this background, helping him navigate the event with more empathy and awareness. Secondly, fostering open dialogue. The Black Panther Party member could recognize Forrest's confusion and respond with patience instead of aggression. Asking questions and offering explanations can reduce hostility and foster mutual understanding.
Hello, my name is Clark with the metric number 79122. So in this part of the video, I will explain what do I understand from Forrest Gump's scene. The scene that I've chosen is the scene where he was given a speech during, it's more like a post-war kind of thing after the Vietnam War. So in that scene, Forrest Gump was chosen to give a speech actually, and you can see in that scene he was quite nervous because he was not prepared everything. Not prepared a speech is just common for all of us, but for Forrest Gump, he has what we call as a speech delay. So speech delay is a common thing today because some people are born with it, some people also experience it in the first hand, is that they have the hard time to process the whole thing. So when they having a hard time to process the whole thing, it's giving them like delay in giving the speech actually. There's some kind of loading. So it's hard for them to process the whole thing all at once and in a short matter of time. So as for us listener, the way to overcome speech delay is for us is that we have to give them time to process the whole thing. That is the most simplest way to overcome the challenges is to give them time, to give them space, to allow them to process the whole thing, and then not to pressurize them to give their talk, to give their thoughts, to give ideas. So I think that's one of the way that what I've learned from this scene. I will pass the next slide or the next session to the next presenter. Thank you.
Next scene is on Forrest explaining his life story to strangers at the bus stop. So the problem he's having is Forrest's simplicity and speech pattern. So Forrest at the bus stop tells his life story slowly and clearly using simple words. Straightforward speech often makes strangers underestimate his intelligence. His manner of speaking highlights his pure view of the world, contrasting with the complex event of his life. Initially, people may think he's less intelligent, but as they listen, they begin to see the depth and value in his experience. This serves to challenge societal biases that equate articulate speech with intelligence. Forrest's simple, direct speech underscores his unique perspective and the remarkable journey he's lived.
My feet hurt.
Next scene is on Forrest
Well,
explaining
I'm
his
always
life
said
story
there's
to
an awful lot
strangers
you
at the
can
bus
tell
stop.
about a person by their
So the
shoes,
problem he's having is Forrest's simplicity
where they
and
go,
speech
where
pattern.
they been.
So Forrest at the bus stop tells his life story slowly and clearly using simple words. His straightforward speech
I've worn
often
a
makes
lot of
strangers underestimate his
shoes.
intelligence. His manner of speaking highlights his pure
I
view
bet if
of
I
the
think
word
about it real
of the
hard, I could
world,
remember my
contrasting
first
with the
pair of shoes.
complex. So the solution to this dash three, which is the first, is improving Forrest's communication. Teaching Forrest to structure his stories with a clear beginning, middle, and end, use more varied vocabulary, and speak more concisely can make his communication more engaging and effective. Next is on education and awareness. Incorporate empathy training in schools to help individuals like Forrest appreciate different communication styles. Use media and literature to showcase stories of people with varied speeches, patterns highlighting their value and contributions. Lastly is on encourage active listening. Encourage people to listen attentively, correct rather focusing on the content rather than the delivery, and offer workshops to help individuals recognize and overcome their biases in communication. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Neo Atira. So today I'm going to explain about movie review Forrest Gump. In Forrest Gump, Forrest struggles with non-verbal communication in the military where understanding gestures and expression is essential. For example, he often misinterprets signals like a stern look from a superior or a pat from the back from a peer. This makes it hard for him to fit in and follow commands. Role-playing exercises can help Forrest Gump by simulating real-life situations. Forrest can practice decoding nonverbal cues. He receives immediate feedback, learning to match his interpretations with the intended messages. This practice helps him improve his nonverbal communication skills, making it easier for him to navigate social and professional interactions in the military.
Hello, my name is Jessica Page with the metric number 79672, and I'll be explaining on the scene of Forrest talking to Jenny during the war. So in this scene, he actually struggles to effectively communicate his feelings and concerns to Jenny, who is actually caught up in the chaos of the protest. So Forrest's communication problems in this scene is due to his limited social and emotional intelligence, as well as his difficulty in understanding and responding to nonverbal cues. So Forrest speaks in a very literal and straightforward manner, which causes him to fail to pick up on Jenny's emotional state during the protests and the situation around them. And this leads to a breakdown in their ability to connect and understand each other. To address Forrest's communication problems in this scene, a potential solution would be for him to develop a greater emotional awareness and the ability to read social situations more effectively. So, how he could do this is by practicing active listening, learning to recognize and respond to nonverbal communication, and also developing more empathy and perspective taking skills. So, with these improved communication abilities, Forrest may have been better equipped to have a meaningful conversation with Jenny and provide the support and understanding that she needed at the moment.